Yo, what's good, everybody? Shoot the Rock back with another video today, episode 2, April 20th, 21st, 2021 of the Shoot Your Shot show. We're here, back at it again. Everyone, make sure to drop a like on the video before we get into today's topics. Subscribe if you're new, join the Shoot the Rock crew. We're going to be trying to do these sports talk videos close to daily now. Hope y'all are enjoying them. Day 2, here we go. And today we're going to jump right into the NBA. And Paul George, man, he gets way too much slander online. I'm a Lakers fan, and I think Paul George slandered way too much. He goes for 33 points in a 113-112 win over the Portland Trail Blazers. So this game was a battle of the two, kind of the Robins to the Batmans. There's no Dame, no Kawhi. So it was a duel here between Paul George, CJ McCollum. McCollum went for 28 as well, but wouldn't be enough as, down the stretch, he missed a couple shots. He missed a corner three. Had a good look at the buzzer after Paul George knocked down some free throws. PG also added 11 rebounds for the double-double. As, the Clippers, they were up early in the fourth. They looked to be controlling this game. Man, Portland, bro, then they switched it. I thought they were going to get the dub. They just couldn't close it out. Norman Powell also added in 23 for the Blazers. Sadly, they get swept in the season series now against the Clippers, but the first two times they got blown out and got beat pretty bad. So the fact that they were in this game, I guess you can consider it a moral victory for them. They're still in the sixth spot, so this is probably going to be a first-round series unless, they're able to jump the Blazers are able to jump the Lakers, or worst-case scenario, they even fall back into the 7. But I think it's going to be a good series. Obviously, no Dame, no Kawhi. I'd like to see those two go at it, but so be it. So let's move on now to the other game of the TNT doubleheaders. That was a good one to finish it off with. I delayed, my stream because I wanted to watch the end of that one. But the first game, no Harden, no Kevin Durant, no problem as KYRIE goes for 32. I almost said 132. That would have been, I was getting my numbers mixed up. 134 to 129 win for the Nets. 32 from KYRIE, 33 from Zion. So two stars, they showed out. But these Pelicans, man, if they want to get into this play-in, they're going to have to turn it around very quick as they lose again. I believe this is like their third. I thought I had it written down. I guess not. I thought, but, it's like their third loss in 4 games or something like that. And, it's frustrating for them, man. This team, they have the talent. As Brandon Ingram added 27 as well. Like, Zion and Ingram are both all-star caliber players. Like, this team should really not struggle to be a 10 seed in the West. Like, they should be better than the Spurs. I guess the Spurs, probably a better coach. I'm not really sure Stan Van Gundy's the best fit for this Pelicans team. I know they just brought him in this year, but honestly would not be surprised if they got rid of him. I just don't think he's really coached this team to the best. Not to the best of his ability, but he's just not really a great fit. Some role players, or not really role players, but Bruce Brown is a role player, adding 11 points, 11 boards for Brooklyn. Joe Harris steps up big, 24 points. What am I trying to say here? Oh, the Pelicans, they started hot. I'm bouncing back and forth. I'm all over the place. They started hot. They started 21-8, so that's a good start. But then led by only 3 after the first, led by only 2 at halftime. So Brooklyn came back. And, man, yeah, this Nets team, man, they're going to be scary when they have everyone. Because a game like this against a talented Pelicans team, they still find a way to win. The interesting strategy defensively, I thought, by the Nets. I guess this is, what coaches are doing nowadays. They fouled at the end of the game instead of letting the Pelicans get off a 3. And then when they finally did let them get it off, Zion turned the ball over. So, yeah, the Pelicans, man, they just got to close more games out. They could have won Sunday against the Knicks. They could have won this game. Got to be frustrating if you're a Pelicans fan. Now, switching over to the Knicks, other side of New York, they get their 7th straight win. I had this in, one of my what-to-watch 4 games yesterday. So was the Clippers-Blazers game. That one lived up to the hype. And I get both predictions right, picking the Clippers and Knicks. As the Knicks, their 7th straight 109-97 win over Charlotte. RJ Barrett, the leading scorer with 24. But, man, they had a lot of depth scoring as Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickley both come off the bench, scoring 17 apiece. And then Julius Randle and Reggie Bullock, man, both with 16. PJ Washington, man, he was going off at 24 in the first half. But the defense of the Knicks, man, stepped up clutch. They held Washington to 26 points for the whole game. Only gave up 31 points in the second half after giving up 66 points in the first half. So, that's really solid defensive effort there. You see nowadays, well, heck, they were on averaging more than that. They're averaging like 33 a quarter in the first half. Only give up 31 points the whole second half. This Knicks team, man, they're hungry. They're playing well. They're playing consistent. I'll mention a couple other here notable performers for the Hornets. Terry Rozier scoring 21. Miles Bridges had 15 points, 14 rebounds. He was getting the boards. But, yeah, man, Charlotte now lost 5 of 6 games. That's tough because, that the 10 seed, man, they're coming in. Those teams, the Raptors, the Bulls, the Wizards, they're all coming. They're coming. So, luckily, LaMelo's going to be back soon for the Hornets. But, yeah, they lose their 5th or 6th, sitting, in the 8th. This could have been a potentially winnable game, I thought. But, the Knicks, they just keep proving people wrong. I definitely did not expect this from them at the beginning of the year. All right, then the other 2 games from last night. The Hawks win 112-96, their 5th win in 6 games over the Magic. Well, just 5th win in 6 games in general, but they beat the Magic 112-96. Sorry, I'm all over the place this morning, guys. My B. Trae Young, 25 points, and then 22 for Lou Williams as well. So the 2 guards are getting some good scoring. And then the Kings, man, they're every year, it's the same thing. You think they're in the race for the playoffs. They lose to the Timberwolves. This is a tough loss. Karl-Anthony Towns a double-double, 25 points, 18 rebounds. D'Lo and Anthony Edwards, man, both getting 28 points apiece. The Timberwolves rally late, 134-120 to get the win in that one. So, yeah, they are now no longer the worst team in the Western Conference. They've now have a better record than the Houston Rockets. So I don't even know what to say. I guess that's impressive. Not really impressive. I felt like this Timberwolves team probably should have been just as good as a Kings this year. But also really disappointing for the Rockets. But I guess, when you have all these trades, all these moving pieces going on, that's what's going to happen. But, moving pieces, we're going to move right along now to the NHL. Talk about another disappointing team, the Columbus Blue Jackets. They fall last night to the Florida Panthers. But first, we're going to touch on the other game in that division, the Hurricanes and Panthers. The Hurricanes and Lightning. The Panthers won. The Hurricanes also won to keep pace. They're both tied for first. Nino Niederreiter getting a goal and assist, the top performer for the Hurricanes in their 4-1 win over the Lightning. This was a good game in the first. There was both teams double-digit shots, but no goals. But then the second, man, that is when Carolina, they stepped on the floodgates, man. Niederreiter scored, and then Stahl scored 25 seconds later. They outshot the Lightning 14-7 in the second period, so doubling them up on the shots. And then Steven Lorentz scored for the Hurricanes to make it 3-0. Braden Point, he was the 1-goal scorer for Tampa Bay in their 4-1 loss. So, yeah, this could have been a game. They could have potentially moved into first, but now they sit 3 points back of the Hurricanes after this loss. Wrapping up the season series, they split the 2 games they played Monday and Tuesday. I'm hoping these 2 teams meet in the playoffs. I think that's going to be a good duel. But also wouldn't mind to see, the Florida rivalries, the Panthers and Lightning, as the Panthers get another win over Columbus, winning back-to-back days. Goaltender Spencer Knight made his NHL debut, made 33 saves, got the first star, getting the win in his first game. That's got to be a good feeling, first game out there. You got the jitters. He actually said, I read in the article post-game, he really wasn't that nervous. His team did a good job, just hyped him up, being just another hockey game. So that's the mentality you got to go in with. Gets the win. Sam Bennett, man, has been a great addition for the Panthers. He scores twice. That's 5 points for him in his 3 games since he's been acquired from the Flames. And that line, man, was on fire last night. His line with Huberdeau and Duclair. They had 8 points as Duclair had 3 assists. Huberdeau also putting in a goal. Let's see. Alexander Barkov also on the score sheet for the Panthers, opening the scoring. And then 14 seconds later, there was another goal. That was when Bennett scored. His first 14 seconds after. Jonathan Huberdeau and Lomberg were the other goal scorers for Florida in that win. Jack Roslovic, I don't know why I said Alex. Jack Roslovic scored the only Columbus goal. I was on the power play, so yeah, Spencer Knight at even strength, man, hasn't given up a goal yet in his NHL career. Blue Jackets, like I said yesterday on the show, thought they were going to be a playoff team. That's not going to be the case when they finish only getting 1 point. They go 0-7-1 in the 8 meetings with the Panthers this year. And moving on to the last game in the Central last night, Dallas, they keep pace if they want to make the playoffs. They moved only 1 point behind the Predators now. They beat the Red Wings again 5-2. Jason Robertson, I talked about him playing his way into the Calder last night. He's doing it again as he keeps his 5-game point streak going. He had a goal and an assist. 4th straight win for the Stars, as they're also led by Jason Dickinson, who had 2 assists, and then Tanner Kero, Joe Pavelski, and Alexiak were the other goal scorers for the Stars there. So now we're moving on from the Central Division, a lot of decent amount of scoring in those games, to a game that had even more scoring. So yesterday I get back from my run. I went out a little bit later than usual yesterday I went to the store. I got MLB The Show. I was all excited. I got the wrong one. I got it for the Series X, which I don't have yet. I don't have that, so I got a little bit later start on my run than usual. And this also, kind of led to me going around last night, going to the store trying to get the right version. That's why a lot of these recaps so far have kind of just been more like I'm just reading stats is what happened, because I didn't get to watch as much last night. But so here I am. I get back from my run, and the Penguins-Devils game started. I get notifications on my phone for the Penguins. I see it's like 1-0, and it's like 2-0 real quick. And, the goals just keep coming in. They were up, what was it? They were up 6-0 after 2 periods. So I'm just like, okay, this game's over. I'm going around. I don't really need to watch this. It's fine. Jeff Carter, shout out Jeff Carter, got his first goal with the Penguins. But then in the 3rd period, that's when all hell breaks loose. So Nico Hischier scores for the Devils 41 seconds in. Then Sharon Gankovich scores a couple minutes later. Short-handed, by the way, too. So now all of a sudden, all right, 6-2. You don't really think much of it. Well, then 3 minutes later, Nathan Bastian puts one in. So now it's 6-3. You're like, okay, this is interesting. You think it's over now. Sidney Crosby, though, scores. Tough angle shot. Makes it 7-3. The Penguins put up a touchdown. All right, it's over. Psych, you thought. Jack Hughes scores, answering a little over a minute after Crosby. All right, 7-4. Then Nolan Foote gets his first career NHL goal. It was a little bit over a minute later, and you're like, holy cow, this game's 7-5. So then, New Jersey, they pulled a goalie. You're like, okay, still up by 2, probably over. Nope, Andreas Janssen. It's 7-6 Penguins in a game they led 6-0. Keep in mind, one of their goals they scored from center ice. I forget who it was, but one of them I remember I saw scored the goal from frickin' center ice. It was a dump in. So if that doesn't go, this game's all of a sudden now in overtime when they should have been up 5-0. But luckily they closed the door. Penguins, man. I was really hoping there's this one guy I watch, Chillin' with Deke. He does a podcast with Arthur Motes. They're mainly a Steelers podcast, but they also talk some Penguins. He does game reactions. I would have loved to see his reaction to this game last night. He probably would have turned off and the Penguins win. We're up 6-0. And bro, that would have been really funny to see. So that's why I didn't write most of this stuff down and just kind of wanted to read through it. Well, 1, there's so much, and 2, I was waiting for his reaction. It never came out. So that's fine. So yeah, the Penguins get the win. They looked pretty dominant to start. They hold on for dear life. I know kind of what that's like as a fan. There's some games you're like, oh, easy money, easy dub, we're clapping them. And then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. So that's what happened for the Pens last night. But then moving on in that division, another team looking pretty dominant. The New York Islanders, they have now moved into a tie for first place with the Washington Capitals after a 6-1 win over the rival Rangers last night. Jack Beauvillier, I'm pretty sure it's Jack. I don't know why I don't write down guys' first names. I'm getting too cocky, guys. I apologize. Granted, No, it was yesterday. I said Zach Duffy instead of Dan Duffy for like the Royals pitcher. I don't know why I thought his name was Zach. No, it's Anthony Belvillier. I know what I'm talking about, guys. I swear. He gets a goal and 3 assists for the Islanders. Another 2 goals from Josh Bailey. He also had an assist. John Gabriel Pajot, Brock Nelson, Jordan Everly, the older goal scorers for the Islanders. They led through the game 3-0. Then, Rooney scored the only goal for the Rangers last night. Kevin Rooney, his 7th of the year. So, maybe Rangers fans got some optimism, thought they're back in the game, but nope. Third period, 3 goals for the Islanders. Shut the door. So, tough game for the Rangers. So, they need to be winning if they want to make the playoffs. Well, to make things even worse, the Bruins, who they are chasing, won 2-0 against the Buffalo Sabres last night. That's going to be tough for Rangers. They got a tough schedule. Boston, they still have like 2 more games against Buffalo. I think it's probably over for the Rangers. But then again, I didn't really expect them to be in the playoff race this year. Oh, I thought I had to sneeze. My beat. Tuukka Rask gets his first shutout of the year. 5th straight win for the Bruins. Brad Marchand scored, and then Connor Clifton, the other goal scorer, his first of the year for the Bruins. So they're now, even though they've played 2 less games, they're now 6 points up on the Rangers. So that one's looking all about over. Then just moving on, rest of the games from last night in the NHL. Vancouver, man, the Canucks. All this COVID issues, didn't play for close to a month. Scary stuff. They once again beat the Toronto Maple Leafs. They trailed this game 3-2. They come back, win 6-3. Tanner Pearson, Brandon Suter, and John Tavares all with 2 goals apiece for their teams. Toronto, man, what are y'all doing? They just make it too easy with the memes, I feel like. Someone posted that yesterday. One of the NHL meme accounts I follow. Granted, I guess the post came out on Sunday, so that's why that didn't win King of Content yesterday. But, so yeah, the Maple Leafs, man, they're my pick, bro. I think they're going to the Cup Finals, and they not looked good against 2 games against a team that hasn't played in a month. And then the last game, Kings keep pace in the Western Conference. They're still in the race for that 4th seed. They get a 4-1 win over the Ducks. Andreas Athanasiou with a goal and assist for the Kings, who's their their points leader for the game. I was a bit chippy in the 3rd period. Well, it makes sense, two LA rivals, but Kings get the win. They maintain, their shot. Outside chance, but they keep pace if they want to make this playoffs. So then we're going to just go around the horn quickly here in the MLB to wrap it up with yesterday's scores. Like I said, I was out getting MLB The Show last night, all sorts of crazy stuff. So I didn't really watch any baseball games too closely. Plus, until the regular season's over for NBA and NHL, I think unless there's a big game that I watch in MLB, I'm probably just going to do more of this just kind of whip around style. So to start it off, I'm repping the Brewers hat today for Corbin Burns. Sets the MLB record for strikeouts without a walk to start the season with 40 straight strikeouts. The Brewers get a 6-0 win over the Padres. That's 4 of 5 losses for the Padres. Granted, the Brewers and Dodgers, 2 good squads, but the Padres, they got high expectations for themselves as well, so they got to find a way to win some of these games. The Oakland A's, after starting 1-6, man, won their 10 straight games now. 2 shutouts yesterday and a doubleheader against the Twins. Sean Manaea goes a complete game in the second one for me as they won the first game 1-0, second game 6-0. Manaea's on my fantasy team. Cool story, bro. Yeah, no one cares. But so that was a big game for him. Another good pitching performances for Julio Urias. Goes 7 innings with 11 strikeouts to the Dodgers. They get the 1-0 win over the Mariners after, the Mariners bullpen kind of stifled their bats yesterday. Still, only 1 run when that was brought in, an RBI by Corey Seager. Jose Abreu, though, not a bat getting stifled. He goes 3 for 4 yesterday for the White Sox. He had 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Big day at the plate for him. Carlos Rodon facing the Indians again after he got no-hit him in his last appearance. Gets the win again. He improves to 3-0. White Sox 8-5 winners over the Indians last night. The Nationals, they rally in the 8th inning. They avenge, their loss against the Cardinals from Monday. The Cardinals bats are on fire Monday, but much lower scoring game yesterday. Only 3-2 win for the Nationals. Trey Turner had an RBI in that 8th inning, and then the game-winning RBI came on a Josh Bell. He got walked. I still don't get how if you, like, walk, you get an RBI. Like, it's literally called runs batted in, but, like, he didn't move the bat. It doesn't make sense to me. But I don't know. Baseball people, you can tell me why. All right, Gio Urshela, he homers for the Yankees, and lack of control from Braves pitching in the 8th inning gives the Yankees a 3-1 win. They've been slumping. As a big win. They need to start getting some wins after, emergency press conference. Everyone's freaking out. Not really sure the bats got going, considering, like I said, both of the runs in the 8th came off walks and wild pitches, but you'll take wins any way you can when your team is struggling. The Red Sox win the Battle of the AL East. A big game between them and the Blue Jays is Xander Bogaerts and goes 2 for 4. Bobby Dahlbeck goes 2 for 3. Bogaerts homered and Dahlbeck tripled. They drove in all 4 runs for the Red Sox in their 4-2 wins over the Blue Jays. Bo Bichette and Randall Grichuk both went 2 for 4 as well with home runs. That was the Blue Jays' 2 runs. And then more home runs in the Giants-Phillies game as Eric Dickerson and Wilmer Flores, man, both hitting 3-run bombs in the 8th inning to give the Giants a 10-7 win over the Phillies. High-scoring one there. NL East, man, all the teams, it's going to be a tough division. Like, they're all good, but, like, right now their records are not saying so, as the Mets are the only ones over 500, and they lost last night to the Cubs 3-1. Jake Arrieta only gives up 1 earned run in 5 innings pitched, so good outing for him. Eric Sogard, 2 for 3, drove in an RBI. Good day at the plate for him. Even better pitching performance yesterday from John Gray. Goes 6 2/3, giving up only 1 run in the Rockies' 6-2 win over the Astros. Astros currently last in the AL West. Tough look for them. CJ Cron was 2 for 4, 5 RBIs. Big day at the dish for my man. And then to wrap it up, Mike Trout, the face of baseball, goes 3 for 4, gets a home run. The Angels win over the Rangers. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up for all the games from yesterday. Kind of covered it. There's a couple MLB games I didn't miss, but nothing really notable happened in those. So today, it's Wednesday. So our theme for Wednesday is going to be winners and losers. I'm going to pick like 2 winners, 2 losers, maybe 2 or 3. This week I only have 2. People, that's like, they can rejoice. They're winners, or 2 or 3 people that are like, bruh. Like, they're just bruh moment because they're losers. So we'll get to the losers first, let's get the bad news out of the way. Loser, NBA Stars health, man. Kawhi Leonard was announced he's going to be out for a week. And then James Harden suffered a setback in his rehab. So there is no timetable for his return. I guess, maybe this would have happened in a normal year too. But just disappointing to see all the injuries this year in the NBA. This is what's going to happen when you condense a schedule, a shortened off season. I just really hope, we see like a Harden, we see Kawhi in the playoffs, because that could really change who wins. So I want to see the best team, best players out there. Don't want to hear, people whining about some like Mickey Mouse ring again. So hopefully that changes. And then the other loser, Padres hitters hitting fly balls. So on Saturday they lost because Mookie Betts had the game-winning catch in the 8th inning. But then yesterday, Taylor McKinley, it's Billy. It's Billy. Billy McKinley. Again, I'm bad with names. Made an incredible diving catch for the Brewers down the line. Would have scored multiple runs for the Padres in a game they end up getting shut out. So, Padres hitters, start putting the ball on the ground. Ground balls the outfield, because they keep hanging up these fly balls and they keep getting caught. I kind of touched on both those things already, so I just kind of want to get losers out of the way. Now, winners. First winner, Pittsburgh Steelers. They bring back Coach Mike Tomlin, signed him to a 3-year extension. I'm excited. I think Tomlin's a great players coach. I think big thing for the Steelers organization, consistency. They don't fire head coaches. Granted, it could be a bad thing. They might be keeping them for too long. I think this team is still a Super Bowl contender. I know people are going to laugh at me. They're going to say that's a cold take. But that's what I feel. I'm optimistic as a fan. I think Mike Tomlin, keep him in there for this last 3 years. Honestly, 3 years might even be longer than that window. I don't know if we're going to get 3 more years out of Big Ben. So way to keep the coach in for the 3 years for the rest of our window. If he doesn't win a Super Bowl in those 3 years, he's probably not coming back. That's probably going to be it for him. And then the other winner, I know this is a big one. Heard a lot of people talking about this. English football fans. As you know, there's a lot of commotion about the European Super League that, was trying to get started this week. Well, all of the big 6 clubs in England that were rumored to be in the Super League due to all the, protests from the fans have all withdrawn. So, we're saving European soccer. There's not going to be any changes. All the people that were raging online, they can be happy now because they have won. They've gotten the clubs to withdraw from the Super League. No more Super League. The final winner tonight, this is separate, the winner of the King of Content. So tonight's King of Content comes from Warrior Season on Twitter when he tweeted this tweet. So the original tweet was, these guys made like 3 songs then dipped. And it was of LMFAO. And yeah, that's pretty accurate, They had Party Rock Anthem. You already know I was vibing to that. That was a good song. I thought it was really good. I made parodies of that stuff with my sister when we were bored. So it was a good time. Shows a picture of the 2 of them. Then he quotes this tweet and says, wait a minute, and also posts a picture of Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. If you look really closely, the guy with the glasses in LMFAO, the white, framed glasses, he has no lenses in them, kind of looks like Klay Thompson, not the hair. And then if you look at the guy who was right, the other LMFAO guy, I forget their names, it was red and blue something. Low-key looks like Steph Curry. So my man Warrior Season is out here. He's exposing LMFAO. They were really just Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. They were dropping some bangers, but someone was probably like, yo, y'all need to focus on basketball. Because, LMFAO dipped out, and then all of a sudden the Warriors became a dynasty. So, good catch by my man Warrior Season last night. That will earn him the King of Content. Wrap it up here now with the what to watch for. So tonight, once again, NBA is going to be probably what I'm watching the most. The Hawks and Knicks going at Knicks' second straight night here on what to watch for. I correctly predicted last night that the Knicks and Clippers would win. So let's see if I can get the predictions right again. Battle of 4 or 5 here in the East between the Hawks and Knicks. They're separated by a half game, so whoever wins this game will be the 4 seed. Knicks are on fire. Hawks are also playing pretty well, but give me the Knicks. Knicks tape, baby. I am bought into the Knicks right now. And the other one, first game of the NBA TV doubleheader between the Suns and 76ers. These are 2 contenders, trying to prove to me that, hey, we're actually contenders. We have a legitimate shot to win the championship. They're both fighting to get these first seeds. It would greatly help their cases. Philly's a half game up on Brooklyn, so if they lose tonight, they'd be tied. Phoenix, game and a half back of the Jazz. So they kind of need to start winning if they're going to catch them. But for these games, give me the Knicks, and then give me the 76ers going into Philly. Play West Coast team playing the early game. I like the Sixers in that one. If Ben Simmons doesn't play again, though, I might change my pick. But both ways. 76ers are going to win this one. All right, over now to MLB this afternoon. The rubber match between the Cardinals and the Nationals. Been 2 good games, so far in the series. Cardinals bats heat up in the second. Nationals rallied late yesterday. And Max Scherzer's going to be on the mound facing off against Carlos Martinez. 2 pretty good pitchers. Both haven't got a win yet this year, so I'm expecting good outings from those 2. That's going to be my MLB game to watch today. And that one, give me the Nats. Give me the Nats. Mad Max on the mound at home. I like them. And then finally, NHL. A little bit slower night in the NHL night, only 4 games. The one I'm going to be watching, since I'm a Hawks fan, Blackhawks, Predators. Hawks, final 2 games against the Predators this season, tonight and Friday. They still haven't won yet. They're back 4 points of Nashville now. They need to at least get 3 of 4 points in those games. So to win tonight would be huge. But I just don't like how they've skated up against Nashville. I'm going to take the Predators once again in that one. So my picks for tonight, Knicks, 76ers, Cardinals, and Predators. Last night, my picks were, I think I was 5-0 last night because, I picked the Clippers, I picked the Knicks, I picked the Hurricanes, I picked the Islanders, and I picked the Yankees. So, last night I was 5-0. Let's see if we can go 4-0 tonight. Hope everyone has a great day, man. Thank you once again so much for watching. I'm going to try to keep putting these out daily. Drop a like so, I'm motivated. So I know y'all are enjoying as much as I'm making these. Subscribe if you're new. Join the Shoot to Rock crew. Click that notification bell so you never miss a video. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.